Hey guys, so I'm here to answer my questions. How I could define social media? The best way I can describe social media is a way of connecting. So I did have a drawing. We have the world. We have people connecting. We have television being crossed out, and then we have a little phone with the news on it. So basically, I drew these little drawings because I feel like each represent what I feel like social media is about. I drew the world because you are able to connect across the world, not necessarily across the world, but even across state, across the street, across another little town that if you live in. And I feel like with that, it's so important because not only are you aware of issues that are happening around your community, your neighborhood, your state, etc., but also as well as other countries. I feel like nowadays social justice and being in part of the loop and knowing what's going on is very important. I feel like social media gives us that platform. With sharing news and sharing current events, it's very easy, accessible, and people pretty much it's. I personally look at my social media every single morning. That's one of the things I do as my morning routine. And when I do that, even though I do see a lot of memes, a lot of jokes, I do get caught up on a lot of current events with the recent shooting, with the Amazon fire. It's a lot of events that I would have missed just because I'm not really watching TV as much, just because it's not accessible. I do have one, but come on, like we all have our phone. It's right in our pocket. It's easier. So I feel like social media, like I said, it gives us that platform to be able to share information and to be able to connect with other people. Now, as far as the second question, you enter a job interview and the HR director asks you to answer the question: is social media science or an art? I personally feel that social media can be a sense of science, just to the fact because you can use math and you can use numbers to target audience, to use statistics to see what's trending and to use that as a benefit for yourself. A perfect example would be H&M and their micro influencers. Basically, what H&M recently did was hire a bunch of social media influencers with large numbers and with large followings and use them to target their consumers. So I feel like with just using that and just using numbers and not using influencers that do target that audience and that are able to, because of their numbers, because of their statistics, and because they know what's trending. H&M is getting a boost in their numbers, hopefully. Well, they are. Just because their target is usually from 18 to 30, like that's what their clothing line is about, and they're using influencers to attract people, to attract more consumers, and to attract more customers to go shop there. So in that way, that is the reason why I believe that social media is a science. I know it can be an art just because based on your creativity and the content that you put out, it's very important as well. But I feel like knowing what trends are happening can benefit your content and can benefit you and can be part of your creativity. Now, as far as social media having a negative effect in today's society, I do believe it's a negative effect just because people are more about their numbers and their followers, their subscribers, if you're a YouTuber. Um, I feel like people have used likes to boost their self-esteem, and I feel like that is very sad and that does affect people in a negative way, just because the amount of likes, the amount of followers can affect their self-esteem, can affect their self-love, and I don't feel like that's correct. I know social media can be used in a positive way to get your message across with the amount of followers that you have, but I feel like at the same time that pressure of having a certain amount of followers, having a certain amount of likes, does affect overall negatively um, in our society. But yeah, those are my questions.